I'll tell you what, we talk about the power that white men carry. The Trump administration, they reportedly plan to name Thomas Brunell, a man with no government experience, as second in command of the US Census Bureau. Now, he's a Texas political science professor who has testified more than 6 times on behalf of Republican efforts to redraw congressional districts. He's also written a book called Redistricting and Representation, Why Competitive, y'all, listen to this, Why Competitive Elections Are Bad for America. He also wrote a report in Ohio opposing early voting. Now, as deputy director of the US Census Bureau, he would effectively be both chief operating and chief financial officer. Some advocates worry that the same administration that he has made unsubstantiated claims about voter fraud might be trying to shape the 2020 census to try and screw over and undercount some Americans. Judith, I mean, this is, again, I keep making the point that voter suppression is official Republican Party policy.
That's right. This is their playbook. This is their playbook. And now they're going to put somebody in place who is going to do a count of Americans that is going to probably be wrong. I mean, you know, this. So first we have to back up and say, why is this important? Right. This is important because we know that we need an accurate count of people. That count is used not only to draw up the political pie, to figure out what congressional districts are, state districts, school boards, who's in the district, who's not, and then who you get to vote for, but it's also about money. It's about federal funding. And so if we don't get the count right, Black folks, hard to count communities, Latino communities, Native American communities are going to be invisible in terms of not only political power, but also in terms of the money that helps our communities survive and thrive.
Liz, how competitive elections are bad for America?
Yeah, that's concerning to hear that. And I just want to draw the line as a Republican. I know I fight with my panel members all the time about policy issues, but as a conservative, I can't deny the facts. And so I don't like to align that statement that the Republican Party is has an effort out there. It's been, you know, a part of their agenda to suppress votes. I don't like to say that strongly, but the reality is that they constantly support policies that harm the ability for more people. For more people. There's a little bit of a pattern here. But to be clear, that I think that for someone who has no government experience, that's consistent with the drain the swamp, but you can't undermine the fact that the census determines the number of members that you have in Congress, and that's representation for voters.
Spencer, you wrote a book on voter suppression. This is official
You know a little bit about this. A little bit about this.
Okay, right. So now let me do this. Let me just mix it up and take it from his perspective as an academic, right? What he's saying is, hey, Democrats want a Democratic member, Republicans want a Republican member, and therefore, as opposed to having competitive elections, let's just stack all the Democrats in Democratic districts and stack all the Republicans in Republican districts so everyone will be happy. Now, that's, you know, a problem. Obviously, competition is good in terms of ensuring that officials are, you know, responsive to people, right? That's a problem. But I think that is his argument.
But the premise is that Democrats don't.
Is a problem,
right?
But to have somebody in that position who's going to do the count means it's going to be skewed.
Literally 15 seconds.
I respect Brunell. They're about to lose the demographic game. This is what getting the Haitians out of the country. This is about the immigration stuff. This is all about trying to pack white supremacy into a place where they can make it move. And I don't let Charlie Sykes off the hook either, because he was part of that problem.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.